Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to talk to you all about the worst Poshmark customers that I have had. So in my short amount of time that I have been reselling full-time on Poshmark, it's been since April of last year, so not even a year, I've come across just some crazy people. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I like to keep it real, and I want to let you guys know that no matter how good of a seller you are, some people just suck, and some people will try to scam you, and just wait till you hear some of these stories. I'm gonna start by telling you some cases that were opened against me. So I have sold 1,200 items. I think I'm at 1,200 items on Poshmark, and I've had a couple of cases open against me. I mean, it's inevitable. You know, like I said, some people just suck. A couple of the cases were definitely my mistake, and I own up to that. But these cases in particular are crazy. I sold a pair of shoes to this one person. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, I don't remember. And when they got the shoes, they immediately opened a case against me and said that the shoes were damaged. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, they weren't. They said the shoes were damaged because the bottoms of the shoes, like, not the bottoms, but like the sides of the shoes had wrinkles in them. And I'm like, wrinkles? That's just the texture of the friggin' shoe. Like, what? I tried to explain it to this person, but unfortunately I lost the case and they got refunded and had to send the shoes back to me. Poshmark will, like, majority of the time side with the buyer, unless it's like a blatant case. You know, if it's kind of like a toss-up, if they're like, you know, we're not sure which route to go, they will side with the buyer, which is kind of unfortunate. Sellers make Poshmark a lot of money. So yeah, so that was one case. Another case that I had open against me, this guy bought a pair of shoes from me, and they were a pair of like boat shoes. And when he got the shoes, he said he wanted to return them because they were defective. I'm like, what? He didn't like the curve of the shoe because he said he had like some like medical issue with his foot, and the curve of the shoe made him like unsteady. Like, he said that he walked and tripped and fell because he couldn't balance himself because of the curve of the shoe. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, first off, if you have a medical issue with your foot, like, what are you doing buying stuff online, like buying used stuff online? Like, you need to go to a shoe store, you need to try this on. Like, what are you doing? I feel like that should just be common sense. But for this guy, it wasn't. And luckily for me, Poshmark sided with me, and they're like, what? I got to keep my earnings, and he kept his defective shoes. Like, what? Another case I remember is another pair of shoes. First off, backing up, Poshmark doesn't allow returns if something doesn't fit you. People are shady as heck and will do and say anything to get around that. And I feel like this is what happened in this case. So I sold a pair of shoes, and like, for the most part, the shoes that I sell are clean. If there's any wear or damage, I put it in the listing, and I make sure to include a picture that shows that. These shoes were like in like new condition. The only like dirt on them, or the only like wear on them, was on the bottoms. There was nothing else. Everything was really good condition. It was like new condition. So she got the shoes and immediately opened a case and said that they are dirty and damaged. I'm like, there is no fucking way, because first of all, I liked these shoes and I was gonna keep them for myself. And second, I inspected the shoes before I shipped them. They were not dirty or damaged. She sent pictures. I'm like, what the fuck are these? There were dirt marks on them. There were scuff marks. There was like blue paint on them. I'm like, what the hell is this? She was super smart about this because she took pictures from angles that I hadn't included in the original listing picture. Like, so for instance, like, I don't remember specifically, but maybe I didn't take a picture of like the right front part of the shoe in the original listing picture. She made sure to put some damage on the right front part of the shoe and say, oh, she didn't include a picture of this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the hell? I was so pissed. And of course, Poshmark sided with her. I got the shoes back and I was looking at them. I was just like in disbelief. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Somebody actually did this. Like, I know deep down in my heart that those shoes were in like new condition when I sent them. There was no way they got damaged like in shipment. You know, there's just no way. There was too much damage, too many different things. And I packaged my stuff nicely. I put everything in a clear plastic bag, and then everything is just packaged nicely because I don't want things to get damaged in shipment. So yeah, I got the shoes back and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, this bitch is not getting away with this. So if you ever have a case open up against you and Poshmark sides with the buyer and like you get your item back, and in this case it's damaged, it's not how you sent it, you can like protest Poshmark's decision. So I did that and they ended up releasing my earnings to me anyway. So the total outcome was the buyer got her money back after she damaged my shoes, which she most likely damaged because they didn't fit her and she knew that she couldn't return them because they didn't fit her, so she had to find another way to be able to return them. So she got her money back. I got my shoes back damaged, but I also got my earnings from the sale. Luckily, I was able to get the majority of the damage out, and I actually was able to sell those shoes for more than what she had purchased them originally for. But that just pissed me off. Like, that was just like, I'm like, what are you, like, whoa. No. Another case that I had opened up against me, this woman bought a shirt and she said that the shirt smelled horrible. It was wretched. She couldn't wear it. She couldn't even wash it. It wasn't gonna come out in the wash. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. Because when I buy something, everything immediately goes into my washer. I wash everything, I dry everything before it even comes into my house. Like, it literally goes straight from like my car to the laundry room. And I don't use like high fragrance detergents either because I know that that can bother some people. So I use like lightly scented ones like Dreft, which is like great for people that have allergies. Like, I use Dreft for my kids. Well, when my kids were babies, I used Dreft because they had sensitive skin. So it has like a light like baby powder type scent, or like baby fresh scent. But yeah, this bitch said that the shirt smelled so wretched and it was like sour smelling. It smelled like BO. I was like, there's no fucking possible way. No. So you can't really prove that. So Poshmark sided with her. I got the shirt back. It did not smell at all. I was livid. I'm like, this bitch. Again, it was probably a case of she got the shirt, she didn't like the way it fit, she knew she couldn't return it because of that, so she decided to say that it smelled. It did not smell. But this is another case that kind of ended well because I ended up turning around and selling it for more than what she had paid for it too. Going along with the lines of not fitting, I once sold a vintage shirt and I had the buyer open up a case against me because they said that this particular shirt was not the same size as the other shirts that they have by this brand. The tag says, I don't know if I forgot what the size was, but the tag said like small on it, and I provided measurements in the listing. So, plus you can't compare the sizing on a vintage item to the sizing of a current day item. You can't do it. Because obviously a vintage item is probably gonna be washed a few more times than a shirt you just bought last week. That's why I included measurements in the listing, so they would know the size. Like, even though the tag says small or whatever, it might fit smaller because it's been washed a bunch. But that's why I included measurements. The good thing is that Poshmark ended up siding with me on that, which was only fair because tag said small and I provided the measurements. So, you know, sorry, like, you can't, no, sorry. So those are just a couple examples of Poshmark customers that suck. Majority of my customers are amazing, like 98% of my customers are absolutely amazing, but you do have that 2% that are douchebags and, you know, will try to scam you or screw you over. I wanted to make this video just to let you guys know that, you know, if you're on Poshmark, if you're a new seller, you might have to deal with some of these people. But just know that it's not you, like, don't take it personal. There are literally people on Poshmark, I'm convinced, that go on there to buy things and like try to scam people or just are assholes. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below and let me know if you want me to do more of these videos. I could definitely do a part 2, 3, 4 maybe. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.